Oh, dearie me, Joe. Flappy Bird would like a word. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Tottenham Hotspur. If you're still enjoying it, save, drop a like on the video, that would be most wonderful. So far, so good. We're into December, and we've not yet lost a game in any competition. Now, I know we've only played 8 league games, but really, I don't consider it that bad. I think we're doing okay so far, and we've got 2 more, in theory, winnable home matches against Liverpool, if only, Villa and Leeds. We do have Liverpool away. That's going to be a huge test, and that's probably the first time I'm going to try out moving to positive for that game, because I think that could make a difference. Or we could even try out a DM, perhaps with Højbjerg sitting deeper. As a Spurs fan, watching you play Winks Sissoko midfield with Lo Celso on the bench is physically painful. That's how Pochettino got sacked. Okay, sure, this is FM, not football. Like, I think players don't always behave the same way they do in real life, quite frankly, and we've got to pick the players who are playing the wellest. And so far, I think we're doing okay with that. We're unbeaten. So Lo Celso is a bit on the knackered side now. As a result of having to play that game. And I am tempted now that we have an opportunity to bring Ndombele back in to play there for this game. And I think we now have Sissoko back as well, who, let's face it, has scored a lot of goals for us, and that helps. Lamela will start on the right. Everything else, though, oh no, Reguilon can come back in. Although, Ben Davies has done well this year. But building up these partnerships and links, this seems to be currently our best team. Although, honestly, Doherty's not been amazing compared to Aurier. Aurier seems to have more mistakes in him. So the bench will be Lo Celso, Davies, Moura, Vinicius, Aurier, Højbjerg, Bergwijn, and that's it. In fact, I'm going to drop out Harry Winks for this game from the bench as well, because I think Højbjerg is good because he can cover both positions. So let's get into it. This is quite an important one. I think we need to sort out the subs bench a little bit more, actually. The game is telling me that I made a mistake there. Oh, it's because we still had some substitutes on the bench from the Europa League that can't play. Grealish is going to cause problems. That much we know. The players liked that a lot. I told them I expected them to keep the winning run going, and they seem to agree. Villa are definitely going to have creativity in their team, that's for sure. Barkley loses out to Sissoko. They're good battling way. Oh, Son's in. And he scored straight in there, 11 minutes into the game. A lovely little pick out, I think from Ndombele it was. Puts Son in, and Son has now got a few more goals. I think he scored in his last 3 appearances for the club. That was really nice play. Villa don't clear their lines properly. I think it falls to Ndombele, who's just picked out a gorgeous little ball in behind. That is a lovely pass. Son has a lot of work to do there, but he's given us an early lead here against Villa, which is exactly what we needed. Now we have something to hang on to. Good stuff. I'm going to put the league table in here, because the latest scores pop up in here anyway that matter, so we may as well have the league table. We're not just wasting it on aimless passes. And here's Doherty flying into the box. Lamela, he's gone for goal and he scored. Spurs 2, Villa 0. Eric Lamela's 9th goal of the season. He is running teams ragged at times with that particular position where he picks it up just inside the corner of the box almost and is able to have time to pick a shot. And he is lethal from that kind of distance, it seems. He's done that a few times. I think Doherty will get the assist for it. Just there. And he's just passed that into the near post almost. And it's Tottenham 2, Villa 0. Come on. A very, very strong start from us. Exactly what we needed. I think falling behind against Villa could have been a problem, but giving ourselves a 2-0 lead early doors and Sissoko just easily taking the ball off of him there. He's so combative, I love it. Son. Sissoko again with a nice ball for Reguilon. Can we grab a 3rd goal soon? Oh, look at the space on the edge of the box potentially, and Ndombele overlaps for days. Lamela's in there again and he smashes it at goal, and Martinez is there to make the stop. I'd argue that the scoreline flatters us slightly, but we've kind of had some games in Europe where we've not taken our chances as much as we should have done. It's almost like it's coming back full circle. Here is Son's in again, and it's 3-0. Lamela with the cross, Son on the end of it, and now he's finding that form that I was hoping he would do. And, I mean, he's the only player that was maybe sort of struggling for goals for us a little bit as of late, and now it is totally gone. No, it wasn't Lamela with the cross, was it? It was Doherty with a gorgeous pass in. Son makes it 3-0 after 36 minutes. Our home form is going to be... Oh, and Kane's in there now, and it's 4. 4 in the first half. Harry Kane now. We won 4-0 at home against West Ham in the last game. It's now 4-0 in the first half against 7th place Aston Villa. I'm enjoying this quite a lot now. This was a bit fortunate, the way this flicked on by Lamela, and Kane's able to get in there. I don't have any throw-ins set up. That's the first time we've scored one. Definitely fortunate to be so far ahead at half-time, but at least we've basically got this win in the bag, you'd feel now, and can keep pressing on because we've got a nice, easy game up next. It's so nice to just be able to praise your players at half-time as well, and actually have them not then suddenly get complacent as a result of it. It's one of the things that's always bugged me on last year's game, and it's flicked in, and the Martinez is there. Lamela's just sort of chilling. Is that just his starting point to be... Wait, penalty? Oh, it's a penalty, apparently. Okay, I guess Son will take this because... And he's smashed it in and it's 5-0 Tottenham. I don't know why there was a penalty given there, but Son has now scored a hat-trick today. Okay, well, just as his 100th league goal as well. Really, really nice to see. We're 5-0 up over Aston Villa, certainly helping out the goal difference, but we're looking, particularly in these latest few home games, much, much more clinical. The ironic thing is, in the second period, I think we've actually got better as far as the the quality of chances were created. We're just not scoring them now. But I think we've kind of just taken our foot off the gas as far as the clinicalness needed to actually get these goals. Bergwijn cutting inside is all the way through. Oh, what a finish! It's 6, and Steven Bergwijn now has his 6th goal of the season and our 6th of the night. This is certainly going to help out our goal difference, if nothing else. Really nice. I think another assist for Eric Lamela this time. But Bergwijn has so much to do here. He cuts back inside, sort of bumbles his way through the defence, and still manages to poke this past the goalkeeper for 6-0 Spurs. Keep your heads, lads, though. Let's not concede a goal here. Loads of room and a good save from Lloris. And he's just plastered that into the path of Harry Kane, who might be able to get the right side of the defender, and he has. Can he find the pass, though? Doesn't need to, really. Dele Alli, look at the space. Oh, Bergwijn scored again! He's whacked one in, and it's now... I think that might be offside. It's not. It's 7-0. Tottenham 7, Aston Villa 0. My girlfriend is a Villa fan, and I'm going to pretend that this game didn't just happen. Højbjerg just knocks the ball out wide. Dele Alli gives it to Bergwijn, and he has just thundered that one into the back of the net. That left side of the pitch has responded for 5 goals today. Well... when you need a big performance, they have cometh the hour. 7 goals to 0, the lads today. And honestly, I think that the scoreline does flatter us, I would say, massively. I think more like a 3 or 4-0, 4-1. I don't know. It doesn't matter, because we've won the match by 7 goals to 0. What about that for a Premier League result? Like, I know we've only played Manchester United out of, like, the hashtag big teams. But the fact that we're doing so well is really quite surprising, to be honest. I'm very happy with this. I do wonder if the links are building up now, and that's actually helping us even more. There's more, like, it's helping the players' decision-making even more. Time to rotate massively for a game that literally doesn't matter. But I'll not pick youth prospects, sorry, no. I want to do full rotation. That seems to work better for these sort of situations. So, Bergwijn's fine to start. Vinicius, of course. Mora, Robson, interestingly. Winkson and Ndombele. I'd rather not play Ndombele, to be honest. I'll play Winkson Højbjerg instead. Davies, Tanganga, Rodon, and Aurier. Yeah, that's fine. And Hart in goal again. Hart's going to get himself a chance. Actually, you know what? I'm feeling the memes tonight. We're going to bring in Mauricio Pochettino at right side for this game. I think it's important to do. Also a debut for Max Robson. Just going to make sure the bench is actually full first-team players, just in case. Even though it doesn't matter if we lose, I don't want to, because obviously morale is important. It should be relatively straightforward. Let's face it. But you never know. They've got a Lonchar in their team. Sneaky. Although he looks like a centre-back, so perhaps not the same. Pochettino into the box, though. Number 74. Back for Aurier, and he's just over the bar. Musolin out wide here for Lokomotiva. And Ben Davies has kind of been sold a dummy there, and it's a ball in. And, oh, good lord, it's into the back of the net. Fran Buenats has given Lokomotiva the lead here. Ooh, okay. Hart and his defence seem to get caught in 2 minds there. See, Joe, this is why you are not our first choice goalkeeper, my friend. I think he probably could have just left this, and he would have saved it. But instead he's come for it, and... oh, dearie me, Joe. Flappy Bird would like a word. Plenty of time for us to turn this around, of course, you understand, but being a goal down to this lot isn't really ideal. I wouldn't like our first defeat of the save, particularly as we're about to do 20 games unbeaten, like, competitively. I don't want the first defeat to be to this lot. Vinicius is through, and he finds us a lovely equaliser. Simple little finish for Carlos Vinicius. Lovely ball over the top, and we found ourselves the equaliser. Now let's kick on and get the victory. I feel like this is the type of game that Vinicius could get himself a hat-trick in. Don't know who got the assist on this one. It might have even been the defender. Oh, no, it was Robson. It was Max Robson. First ever assist on his first ever debut. First ever debut, as if he's going to get another one. There we go. Lovely goal. Might just ping one himself, perhaps. Or look at the overlaps. Vinicius. Round the side for Davies. And Bergwijn slaps in what will hopefully end up being the winner overall. 8th goal of the year for Bergwijn. The guy barely... I mean, we've spread the goals around this team quite a lot, and we are scoring a decent amount of goals. I think we'll probably have maybe even 6 or 7 players reach double figures in goals this season. What a lovely little ball through that was. And Davies with the little cutback. A cutback, no less. 2-1 Tottenham. They've angered the beasts now. We're coming for them, and their goals. And, oh, Pochettino's in. Maybe an assist for him today? Well, yes, it is. Pochettino with the ball through. Max Robson scoring on his first ever appearance, just like Shea Cooper did in our last European outing. You love to see it. That's good. It's nice to see some of the youngsters getting into the team and still being able to find success in front of goal and with the assist here. Nice work from Poch. Brings it down, waits for the overlapping run, or rather just the run to get forward. Cooper makes a late run from midfield. Little deflection, 3-1. Game kind of went a bit dead after that, but we have turned it into a fairly comfortable performance so far. It just took us this little cluster of goals to get our act together. Bergwijn again, driving a goal, and they've just given him all the space in the world. Wow, second half has had virtually no events worth talking about. And, it looks like we are about to get a penalty, though, and it might be an opportunity for a Steven Bergwijn hat-trick if it's given. Oh, it's Vinicius that will take it. Is he on a hat-trick as well? I thought Bergwijn had scored twice, or was that the last game? Doesn't matter, because it's his 10th goal of the year for Carlos Vinicius. We are 4-1 up now. Very, very comfortable. Cruising to another comfortable Europa League victory. We're going to win 6 out of 6 in our group. You love to see it. I was still stuck in the last game thinking that Bergwijn was on a hat-trick, but it's good to see him contribute again. Another brace for Vinicius. 10 goals for the year for him is spectacularly good. Pochettino was good. Robson was good. Great result, frankly. Right, now we've got Leeds in the league. This is big because it's at home. Leeds are a good side. They're 7th in the league, right where Villa were. And if we can win that home game too, we will go top of the league proper. So that is now our 20th match of the season, unbeaten. I really want to see how long we can keep this going. I feel like here has got to be the end. As City just drew with West Brom. Cheers, lads. Chelsea are having a really poor start to the year as well. I mean, they just drew with Burnley, and Wolves have just sacked Nuno. Newcastle as well. 0 wins after their first 12 matches. When you look at the fact that West Brom, Fulham, and also Leeds particularly, are all, well, not flying, but doing better. So we're now ahead of City with 2 games in hand on them. That we're the only unbeaten sides left. Ooh, a youth intake preview. Not a great group of players. Good young English central midfielder from Bromley. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that because that's going to be coming up, of course, in March. So Leeds don't have a lot of shots, but they are very, very clinical. Whereas we are aggressive as well as clinical. Whereas Wolves are just, yeah, passive and wasteful. Like with the 3rd highest expected goals for overall in the league. But bearing in mind, these teams have played more games than us. Liverpool have played 2 more games than us. Arsenal, though, look like a real team, a prospect. And defensively, we have the best record for expected goals. But, again, we've played less games, so in theory ours should be more like here. But that's a good sign for us. The Man City game has been moved again. I don't know if it's a different game or it's the other one. No, I think it's a different game. Because remember, we were supposed to play a Premier League match against Manchester City in like the 3rd match of the season. Either it's this one, which is now on the 20th of January, or it's this one, which is now in March. That might be the most times I've ever had a match rearranged. Right, Europa League knockout draw. Who are we going to get? Roma. Wow, that's quite difficult. You win your group, and you get the pleasure of playing Roma in the next round. How in the hell did they finish 2nd in their group to Sociedad? Maybe they're not a very good Roma, if they only got through with 2 points more than Ludogorets. But still, you'd have expected, like, we could have had a Red Star, or Slovan Bratislava. There's a lot of teams we could have played that weren't Roma. Couple more fixture rearrangements, you love to see it. Bielsa claims we're overachieving. Mate, pipe down. Bale has resumed full training, and it's only the 15th of December. Things you love to see. Tough one today, you'd feel, but you just never know. Right, obviously full squad rotation required. I want to go with Lo Celso and Højbjerg. And Sissoko for today, because we just look spectacular at the moment. But it's nice to have so many options, to be fair. The links are building up nicely. I'd like one more link in here. That'll be perfect, but it's very, very good. It's good viewing so far. So good to have Gareth back soon as well. Right then, let's try this. This should be a humdinger. I can see us conceding goals in this game, but I feel like they'll leave themselves open. It'll allow us to stay hot on the heels of the teams above us. They play the same shape as Villa did, but obviously there's going to be a lot of differences to it. Son, can he cut back inside? He might go for goal! Well, Meslier with the good stop. Hernandez's ball in, and it's cleared by Eric Dyer. Right, chance for a breakaway. Son's got this, and I don't see him being caught by the defender here. In fact, he's bringing in a teammate. Can he find a pass? It's a terrible pass from Son. Although, no, never mind. In fact, oh, well played. Really well played. Prevented that counter-attack straight and just nipped that one out. And now Doherty's got a chance to get forward. It's almost given him a chance. And Lamela, back for Lo Celso. Okay, keep controlling that possession now. We're up there. Oh, good ball in, and should be able to just keep recycling this here. Reguilon now. Started in a good position. One of the things about having our fullbacks being wingbacks on support means that they do tend to pick up those loose balls nicely as Lamela gives us the lead. 10th goal of the season for him. Spurs 1, Leeds United 0. Oh, and we can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief there. We were looking a bit shaky in the early stages of this one as far as like just not creating a lot, but really, really nicely done there. But yeah, having our wingbacks being on support, I find that what often happens is with those clearance headers we're getting from defenders, from the initial crosses, they're often clearing it into that space out here. And what would often happen is when they're on attacking, they tend to be too far forward and you get caught out on the counter way too easily. And that seems to make a huge difference for us. Or specifically with the type of play we're doing anyway. It might not work for other sort of tactics, but again, flying in there is Alderweireld. That's what you like to see. Reguilon with a lovely ball over the top for Son. He's broken the offside trap and he smashes it against the post. Not the busiest first half in terms of actual chances available, but we do lead by a goal to nil. It's certainly not like the Villa game, but I think we're just about on top, which is all we can really ask for. Possession's obviously not quite as favourable for us because it is Leeds. There's a lot that could still happen, particularly when you're only a goal up in this match. Like, Leeds will have to throw something at us in the second half, you'd feel. Oh, Sissoko intercepts nicely. We need the second goal. As always, with us, it's all about that second goal. Dele Alli. Kane, can he cut around the defender? He does. Harry Kane's in, and that is a simple finish. And it is Tottenham 2, Leeds United 0. Lovely little assist for Dele Alli again. That'll take him up to 9 for the season now. Since moving into that attacking playmaker role on attack, he has definitely started to flourish in that position. He's not always like the centre of attention, but he's still picking out sensible passes. Kane does a lot of work himself here to run around the centre-back and slot that one home for 2-0, and that could be curtains. But there's still a long way to go. Leeds get a goal back soon, and this could all change. Whips it all the way across for Matt Doherty. Players can surge into the far post, though, if he can find the right pass. Which he does, and it's 3-1. Not exactly the pass I was expecting, but Harry Kane across the near post. It's now 3-0 to Tottenham. Our home form is starting to become terrifying to other teams. That's going to be 7 home victories on the bounce in the league, I think, which just shows you how many home games we've had in the Premier League, to be fair. So we're getting the points on the board early doors. But hey, you can't do more than win every single home game, really. Particularly not with the style and swagger that we're playing with. And here we go again. Son on the counter-attack. He could maybe go straight through. Kane's taken the players away. He's found him back again. Oh, lovely one-touch stuff. It has to be a goal. Son can't quite finish it, though. That deserved a goal, and Sissoko blazes it over the bar. Look at this one-touch stuff there. Not the best eventual pass. Oh, Roberts is in. Lloris needs to be big, and he is... I don't know if he got a touch on that or not, but it doesn't matter because he's tried to dink him. Well, there we go. In the end, pretty comprehensive. Tottenham 3, Leeds United 0. We managed to get another win. And that leaves us still somehow third in the Premier League, but we're looking very, very strong. We're a point behind Everton with 3 games in hand. We're 2 points behind United with 2 games in hand. So still the potential to go 4 points clear at the top of the league completely remains. And could go 6 points clear of Manchester City. And yeah, 4 points clear of Arsenal. It would also be in there too. So it's we're in the driving seat. Technically, we're like the de facto leader in many ways, but we're also not, because the points on the board is actually what really matters. But the key thing is just for us to see ourselves up there, best in a lot of areas in the league, and I'm super stoked with that. Right, Liverpool, though, next. That is going to be a real test. At Anfield, I might drop the positive. We'll have to experiment during that game, I feel like. We're not going to be able to just go all guns blazing against them the way we have here. By the way, look at this finish here. Chelsea were beating Southampton before Djenepo's equaliser. Southampton then take the lead in stoppage time. Giroud then equalises for Chelsea, and then Danny Ings is like, hold my knee injury, and makes it 3-2. Fair play. And United City drew with each other. So potentially, you'd argue, in a way, that's more dropped points for Manchester City and United. Best result for us, really. Liverpool's defence is a weird one. They've been quiet, but leaky. So it's almost like, if you can get shots against Liverpool, you can score. But the difficulty is getting the shots. So I'm interested to see how we do there. Lamella's got the flu, and Lo Celso has got a tight hamstring. Well, obviously, we'll have to send him home. We can't keep him at the club, because it will spread. It always seems to. That's a lot of time without Eric Lamela, and he's been pretty good this year, to be fair. 6 assists, 10 goals. I mean, that's 16 goal contributions so far this season. And Lo Celso as well. Okay, so changes are going to have to be made that I would have preferred not to have to make, but it needs must. We'll do a quick selection and then change it from there, because there's definitely going to have to be changes. Højbjerg and Ndombele. I do want to persist with Sissoko for now, because, again, the goal scoring is ridiculous from him. Højbjerg's done well as well. It's great to have these options. But I really just like Sissoko at the moment. Maybe it's that aerial presence too. And Ndombele will play in here. That's not too bad. Lamela, this is the one issue. Bale, I can't risk Gareth Bale. Bergwijn might actually be better here just because he's got a stronger left foot than Lucas Moura does. I might actually bench Bale for this game. And say there was a chance late on, maybe throw him on for 15 minutes just to see if he could do something explosive. So, the change we were going to make is potentially go to positive for this game. I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to do it once we get into the match. Tactical change applies to the next match only. Okay, hang on, this could work. So if I just switch this to positive for here, hopefully this should make a difference. Someone told me you have to tick this before you make the change. I think, honestly, any points we take from Anfield here is a good result for us. If we get a draw, I would happily accept that. If we somehow won, I would be ecstatic. If we lost, as long as it wasn't a complete thrashing, and even then I'd still be all right with it, but you want to see good performances. Key for us in this game is to I want to keep the actual stats, I want us to look good on paper in many ways. Even if we were to lose, but it was to be a bit unlucky, that would be fine. Son, cutting through here, bit of space, and it's blocked. Back for Sissoko, drills it just wide. Well, I mean, you can't see it obviously, but you can see early doors, Liverpool have had some high XG chances, which I've not seen, but it does concern me that they are so dominant in that field so far already. Lots of space for Thiago, and oh wow, that's just a very good goal from Thiago. I thought Lloris had that, but it turns out he very much did not have that. Liverpool 1, Tottenham 0. Thiago with his 3rd goal of the season. He gets into a good position here. The way he drops this off and then bombs in behind, just dispossesses Sissoko. He's tracking back, but he can't quite get there quick enough, and it's just an excellent goal. I mean, that is maybe Lloris could do a bit better. I thought he was going to save it, if I'm honest. I mean, as we approach half time here, it's looking very bleak for us. We're going to have to make some half-time changes. Oh, please no. Oh, I thought Lloris was going to do something terrible there. But Son's got it here. Great play out the back. If we get a... I thought it'd be like that Man United game where we got that sneaky penalty equaliser and then it just allowed us to kick on from there. But so far, not so good. I mean, at half-time, I made some changes around about here, and it did seem to stem the flow a little bit. We didn't get much better, but they certainly seemed to stop being as good. It's a tough one. It's a tough call. So the only change I made at that point was turn on work ball into the box. That's the only change I made. Don't know why that would stop them from an attacking perspective, but whatever. I'm tempted to just leave it how it is for another 15 minutes and see if the game continues to fall in that pattern. If not, we might switch to a DM, but then we may have to move some of these roles around if we do that. Well, we also can't win every game or go unbeaten the entire season. We've had 20 unbeaten so far. I'd take that, to be honest. Lucas Moura dispossessed. I'm worried about Bergwijn as well, though. That's a concern. Gareth Bale as well later in this game might have to perform or get on the pitch at some point. Harry Kane, he can't win it, though. And they're finding those second passes because Henderson is getting acres of space in that midfield now. Well cleared. Okay, good stuff. Doherty to Dele Alli, but again, that's actually not too bad. Son, he's got loads of players around him, but he's going through anyway. Son, Kane, and he's missed it. Oh, great. The best chance of the half so far. Wijnaldum, and it's going to be cut out by Son again. Better. Ndombele, nice. Son's got to be getting on this game a lot more, and Moura this time does get on it. Slips it through for Harry Kane, and he's missed again. That was a difficult one. I think there was a block thrown on him that time, but he did definitely get into the right position. Doherty. Back to the edge of the box for Dele Alli, and it's cleared, but they won't be fully clear here as Dele Alli's on it again. And Ndombele now. Reguilon. Can he get into the area? He can't, and this is going to get cleared. Right, Kane's going to fly after this, and that is great work from Harry Kane. Leading from the, well, sort of defending from the front in many ways. Reguilon, around the side for Kane. On the rebound. Oh, and it's a beautiful equaliser. Harry Kane gives Tottenham the lead. Gives Tottenham I'd argue almost, based on our second half performance, a deserved equaliser here at Anfield. Look at the defensive work he does. Coming back to collect that. Makes a lovely little late run. Reguilon pops it round the corner for him. No Liverpool defenders really tracking him, and it's a lovely little left-footed finish. And we've got ourselves an equaliser, and I think we kind of do deserve that, but we'll see. I still think it's been a bit against the run of play, but as the second half's worn on, we've definitely improved. What a ball for Lucas Moura. Can he find Kane again, or is he just going to go alone here? Lucas Moura all the way into the box. And it's a great save by Alisson. Okay, better. Liverpool will probably make some changes to try to combat what we've done, so we have to be prepared for that, particularly as Salah is just flying at people now. Gomez. Loads of room for Salah, and it's a simple finish for Mo Salah. He has been unplayable at times. Liverpool have definitely made some changes after we got the equaliser now, and have found a bit more of a foothold in this match. I think what we did worked, as we definitely had the early... We had the whole of that like 15-minute period after half-time was all Tottenham, but... They just don't get to Salah quick enough, and it's very much like those Lamela goals we score sometimes. We're doing it. We're getting Lucas Moura on here and pushing Bale to the right, which is where he'd play anyway. And then we're also going to go for Sissoko off and Højbjerg on because Sissoko's knackered. I'm also going to go down the flanks for this last period. It worked against Manchester United late on as we had some pace out wide. Some fresh legs in the midfield. Just trying to see if there's one last bit of hope for us yet that we can somehow come up with something. They've certainly had way more shots than us today, that is for sure. But, oh, hello! Harry Kane now, with a bit of room... I scored! Liverpool 2, Tottenham 2. Harry Kane pulls back the equaliser in the 86th minute at Anfield. I know my voice just went extremely high. That is a... Look at this for a pass from Son. Like, Kane has a lot of work to do here, but Liverpool just don't seem to close him down enough. And he's just gone, you know what? Screw it. Left foot, bang. Top court, well, far post. Similar to the Thiago goal in many ways. Come on! What a lovely late moment for us. If we get out of here with a 2-2 draw because of that. Oh, no. Great save from Hugo. Well played, bud. That's a good stop from long range. Just seeing that one out of play there. And there we go. Liverpool 2, Tottenham 2. Double from Harry Kane, I think it was, on the night. Brilliance to actually pull that out the bag. Now, again, I agree, they were definitely the better side on the night. Actually, was a lot closer than it might have looked in terms of shots, though. We certainly, at this point here, when we scored, were really pulling that game back to being quite even in many ways. So to get out of here with a 2-2 draw at Anfield is a superb result, and we actually stay unbeaten for another game in the league. Come on, that's a huge game. Love it. So, our final game of the episode. Liverpool, again, this time at home, though, in the Carabao Cup. And yes, it has flicked back to attacking. Cool. Okay, I really like that feature a lot. Super pleased with the performance at Anfield in terms of the result in the end. I don't think we were spectacular, but sometimes you can just get results. And we did. This one, we're going to rotate a lot, though, because it's the Carabao Cup, and we've got Everton at home at the weekend. Going to start Højbjerg for this game. Sanchez and Tanganga. Yeah, okay, that'll do. Bench will make it better, though. Bale certainly won't be able to play the full game. But at the very least, getting him some match fitness back. We've got to get him back into this somehow. Hopefully he doesn't get injured straight away. Only time will tell. It's looking like a pretty strong Liverpool team, actually, considering. But if we go out here. Well, this has been a game of little to no quality whatsoever. They've had one shot, and we've had 4, but most of which were just, nothing shots. Home, though, we seem to have completely stopped this same Liverpool team. Maybe they're just tired. There is still a sort of chance of us potentially sneaking through here, it feels like, considering they're not really offering much just yet. Now, they may well switch things on in the second half, to be fair, but then we've got substitutes that we can bring on and really try and change things. So we'll see. It's certainly encouraging how well we're playing against them at home. Makes me think there's a chance for us to beat them in the league, potentially at home later this season. Thiago's in, and that'll be 1-0 to Liverpool. Yes, it will. Or is it going to... Oh, it's not. I think it might be offside. It is. Ooh. Got away with that one. I might actually get a few first-teamers on around about the 60-minute mark just to see if we can sneak a victory here in this game, because that would be, you know, semi-final of the EFL Cup would be very nice. Oh, look at that from Origi. Great work again from Lloris with the save. Lloris has been very, very good this season. Oh, Liverpool flying forward. Oh, and well intercepted by Sissoko. Hart looking very wide here for Moura, and there's a bit of room in the middle with Robson. Back for Moura. Moura space. And he scored it! Lucas Moura, Tottenham 1, Liverpool 0. His 4th goal of the season. I swapped him around. I brought Son on the left and then put Moura on the right-hand side in place of Gareth Bale, who had to come off. Lovely ball through from Max Robson. Moura just gets inside of the Liverpool fullback and has just delivered a lovely finish into the back post. Tottenham 1, Liverpool 0, and we might be going to a semi-final. We are seconds away from winning this, you know. Seconds away, and we've bloody done it. Tottenham 1, Liverpool 0. I mean, again, a very, very even game as far as XG is concerned. They had more shots, but we were way better at just creating high-quality chances. Lucas Moura with the winner, and we're going to the Carabao Cup semi-finals, and we remain unbeaten. I just figured we'd either lose, like, against Liverpool at Anfield, or, because I rotated the squad around so heavily now, that we would lose this one, and somehow we've come through with a win and a draw out of those 2 games. Incredible. Wow. So there we go. Today's video. I mean, we had the smashing results in the league against Villa and Leeds, and then against Liverpool as well. Good result in Europe, and then a lovely little result in the Carabao Cup with a quite rotated team. Max Robson with an excellent performance on that one as well. Superb from us there. Super, super happy with that. I can't believe it. So, if you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you have, we're still unbeaten. We've still got a couple more games this year, to be fair. But if we can beat Everton at home, Palace away should be a potential win there as well. I don't know. We could get to that game against Arsenal unbeaten still. Anyway, yeah, if you've enjoyed it, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. This is nuts. So thank you. Also, if you haven't already, follow over on Twitch. I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and at the weekends there too. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.